I'm a video game music composer and music teacher, and today I'm going to be answering your questions on video game music. This is going to be music review, business stuff, everything in between. Let's get jumping in. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to rock this roll. Here we go. Let's listen to, we have a piece for release from Lucas who says, need some help. So I got a study of Xenoblade Chronicles Engage Enemy. Awesome. A little while ago I did not well at creating a theme based around the study. I had problems using the right instruments like a good guitar and arranging a mix was not so well that I need some tips for experts out there. Hope you can help me. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Of course, Lucas. All right, here we go. Let's give this a listen. All right, wow, claps for Lucas. Okay, so here's the dealio, dude. I think you actually have a fantastic start to this piece of music. I think there's a couple things, yes, with the mix, and a couple things as well in terms of the instruments and some things there that we'll be able to do to take this whole thing to the next level. So what are those things? Well, number one, bring your lead guitar up. It's too quiet. Number two, your strings that are playing the chords, way too quiet. And as far as I can tell, you can actually take that is one of your main opportunities to take this thing to the next level. It's go in and listen to Xenoblade again, and maybe listen to a couple Xenoblade pieces, and listen to how the orchestra is used in the way in which the chords are made, and then revisit that orchestra section that you have there, and flesh that out and turn that up so we can actually hear it, because it's going to fill out the space of the whole piece of music. Because one of the classic things about Xenoblade, right, is it feels like this massive, epic, huge thing, especially on pieces like this, at least having epic, huge moments. And so to have that epic, huge moment, bring in those strings, crank those strings up. I think your instrument choices for the melody are great. I think the piano, great. Guitar, great. The violin, great. You have the bones of something incredible here. Just take it to the next level. Your drums are just a little bit loud compared to everything else. And then again, just brings back to the strings. Strings were way too quiet, my dude. You gotta crank those things up. It sounds like you weren't sure what chords you wanted in there. You like turned them way down. So you gotta turn those way up and then actually look at the how. So instead of me telling you exactly what to do, because you've gotten this far off of a couple listens from this, I want you to keep going and then resubmit, and let's look at this again next week. But go, and you need to now do just an orchestra study. So you've done an overall genre study. And if you don't know what a genre study is, what I have all my clients do whenever they're creating a new piece of music, especially in a genre they've never done before, is they do a genre study. Why do they do that? Well, it's because that's exactly what I do. A game just released yesterday that I composed for that had lo-fi music in it. I'd never made lo-fi music before in my life. How did I get to the point that I could compose lo-fi music? I did a genre study. I listened to it. I figured out what the principles were that make lo-fi music sound like lo-fi music, and then I was able to compose, at least in my opinion, legit sounding lo-fi music. So instead of now looking at the entire genre for Xenoblade and looking at every single instrument, you're now just going to do an instrument study. Now, obviously, it's more than one instrument in an orchestra, but a string orchestra, that's going to be violin, viola, cello, and bass. Now it's time to do just an instrument study just on the orchestra and just what an orchestra sounds like in the world of Xenoblade. And I would invite you to pick either Xenoblade 1, 2, or 3 to do your study on instead of going across all three, because all three, there's so much music in every single one of those Xenoblade games. So pick one that you're gonna do, and then do just an orchestra study in there, and then take your understanding from that orchestra study and put it into this piece. And dude, you do that, it's gonna take it to the next level. My last piece of advice for you is on the guitar, go in and bring a little bit more key switches and some more like automation in terms of vibrato and whatnot there. That'll help you a whole lot. All right, let's keep it cooking with our next question. Next question is gonna be, it's from Lucas again. Hey, Lucas again. I remember you, my friend. Okay, Lucas says, I've got my first 6 tracks from the past game jams he's done out on itch.io, Fab, and Game Dev Market. Incredible! They're up for sale. Because it was complicated and I'm not the smartest person and frustrating, I did not release tracks on the Unity store. Okay, also, real talk, just making the video for the courses where I show you guys how to upload music on Unity was also a little frustrating. So, hey, you can, if you want to, go on Unity, but here's the thing, here's the kicker. Don't worry about Unity for right now. If it's really gonna be that much of a bother for you, go check out Game Music Market. That's gamemusicmarket.com. This is a new website I just spun up for you, literally to be able to use it. And Lucas, I'll be commenting on your post after this for all my clients. They get their membership for free. So I'm gonna be putting a coupon code in there for you, Lucas. But yeah, it's like, have your stuff listed on all the traditional places. Why? You're not going to lose by having it there, but you've got to go to Game Music Market because this is the up-and-coming place where it takes away all the shady Reddit deals and all the back-end Discord deals and actually puts a tool in your hand where you can actually create contracts with developers and then also sell your music as well. So yeah, go check out Game Music Market. All right, we have another mix for review here from Mark Koopa. Mark Koopa. So we're going to jump in and listen to Mark's. This is his 4th version of Echoes of Sanctuary. I'm going to open it here. And you can probably hear that now. Awesome. Nice, Mark. I'm going to turn my headphones up a little bit here. Solid. Yeah, claps for Mark. Okay, so Mark, here's my one and only suggestion for you. This is sounding incredible. We're on V4 now. This is great. Last thing, the left hand of the piano, those low piano notes, test out bringing those back by half to 1 decibel. Everything's great. Just try that one thing. Everything's clear. The reverb, the delay, and everything, sounding gorgeous. Test out bringing that low back by just a little bit, but with a caveat. Here's the caveat. You're going to use the Ozone machine learning features. You're going to put that on your master out, and then I want you to listen to what Ozone will do to your piece right now, because that's going to allow you to pre-hear what a full mastering job is going to sound like. Not 100%, but it'll be directionally correct. If that left hand really blows up because there's so much information there, you're going to know, okay, I've really got to dial that back a little bit, and then bring it back half a decibel or a decibel. Now, in the case that you put the Ozone mastering on and it sounds exactly how you want, great, it's ready for mastering. You can either keep that mastering, or we could hook you up with Robert L. Smith, who is absolutely incredible. There'll be an additional investment for working with Robert, but we can hook that up for you too. So awesome, amazing job, fantastic, well done. Claps for everyone. Claps for absolutely everyone for submitting new mixes, new pieces in review. And we actually had a couple things during the week that I grabbed. Yeah, Luca Ferrari cooking. All right, great job, guys. Well done. This is all for our Q&A for today. I will see you in the next one. Take care and